Hey, this is Steven from Legit PC, and today we're going to go over SimCity, and I did not have the game during day one. For whatever reason, I just was like, hey, I might skip it, and when I did, I found out that of course it was unplayable for a little while, which was kind of interesting, but I thought I would come back because I love builders. Builders are one of my favorites, so I'll go ahead and show you guys some of the options that you could do here. And I'll go over some of the cities that I created and show you guys what the game's all about. So here's the graphics settings that I'm running on. You know, everything's pretty much at high. You know, I'm not too worried about it. I can even lower the frame rate. No big deal, because it's just a builder game. Not too worried about it. I'll even lower the frame rate so I use less CPU and it doesn't heat up as much. But you know, there's plenty of options that you could pick from, and you can make it as high as you want. Me personally, I don't really believe in going all out in games like this. I mean, you could just cap your frame rate at 30 frames per second and it's perfectly fine. You know, use less GPU and maybe it'll run a little bit more stable than it usually does, and your frames won't be bouncing up all over the place and whatnot. And of course, there's plenty of filters you can put on it and whatnot. So here, everything's good, and I'll go ahead and show you guys one of my cities. So, like you guys know, it's kind of always online. SimCity is always online gameplay, so you kind of create your own cities, and it's always online. And I personally like that idea. I think it's kind of cool. I've already had some interaction with some people online, except for, of course, when they leave, they don't always abandon their cities like they should. So, you know, next thing you know, you're in a region where there's no movement, right? Which, you know, you go here to the city view, and last played 5 days ago, a week ago, 4 days ago, 2 days ago. Huh, abandoned city. Interesting. See, people are already leaving. That's me there on one of my other cities. Last played 6 days ago, last played 21 hours ago. And then, you know, you have over here 1 week ago, 4 days ago. So you kind of need to just play with your friends. I mean, because if you don't, you kind of just play with people that may show back up, may not. And then, of course, this is one of my cities called Getting to Work there. And then I'm going to increase the speed a little bit. Ooh. So this particular one is kind of like an industrial city where I'm just building stuff. And as you can see, even though I have a negative 42,000, I'm making quite a bit of money because here, you know, I'm producing processors as well as televisions, producing televisions and PCs here. So, I mean, I'm losing money here. The interesting part is that it kind of makes you feel bad by showing you how much money you're losing here when sometimes you'll actually be making more money. Like, I'm losing 42,000, but I'll be making like $1 million. Right, which is kind of ridiculous. But of course, you see, you could have different setups as well as roads and whatnot here, and different kinds of things. And probably I'll do another video where I'm just going through the getting started. I'll just go through that to show you guys, you know, how to play and if you're thinking about getting it. But here's kind of the more advanced. We're showing like a already built city, and of course, I'll show you guys some of my. So, you know, I got my electricity's coming out here out of a nuclear power plant, and then I also have a whole bunch of universities. I got my university here. This one here is community college, and this is a high school. And then I have, you know, gym and extra extensions and whatnot, extensions to the university and things. And then I got a hospital over here, as well as some treatment plants. 2 treatment plants, I believe. We have 2 treatment plants. And the water. I got a whole bunch of pumping stations and whatnot. And maybe for legit PC tests, I might even do like a strategy guide on how to, what to look for and what to put as your high priority if you're having trouble with the game or whatnot. I haven't had a city fail yet, so, you know, even my first city never failed or anything like that. As you see, my university is almost to my next upgrade. Working on a research project. I also started the Great Works over here. It's archaeology. And then, you know, I'm sending steel as well as alloy and TVs over here. Metal's okay, I don't use it for anything else in my city. Alloy I do use for processors as well as TVs, so I kind of have to watch that. And of course that's why I'm losing money so quick, is because I'm actually sending alloy over there instead of actually selling it, as well as metal. I usually just sell metal because it's a byproduct of my smelting facilities right here and all the way over here. So that's kind of a byproduct, you know, the metal is kind of a byproduct, so I just sell that. So that's kind of the setup, you know, you build your baseball fields around here and increase the value, the home value, and hopefully the density increases and gives you skyscrapers and stuff like that. And then, you know, you like that big shiny green face down there for the happiness and whatnot. And then just follow along and build up upgrade the buildings for your government as they upgrade, and increases happiness around all your visitors and whatnot. And don't worry too much about this money thing here. Just start producing stuff, like, well, whether it's ore or coal or whatever, depending on of course what your particular region is specialized in. And I'll show you guys that probably in that startup video, that getting started video. So other than that, I mean, the game is pretty fun. The best thing would be to be playing with friends, because if you're not, some people would be gone for a couple weeks at a time and never come back, or they don't like how their city turned out and they'll just go somewhere else and not abandon the city that you're in, and then, you know, no one else could come back in. Somebody that's more willing to play won't come back in and stuff. So I mean, it's kind of a good thing, bad thing, but it's definitely pretty fun to play. I play every once in a while, you know, kind of put the cities together and kind of just do my best to make them pretty functional, as well as trying to build a great works. I'll show you my other city over here that's more of like technology, which of course this one is as well, but this one's more of like a residential. This one doesn't do as good as the other one. This one's called Smart Living. This one's more like universities and airports and stuff like that, more of like a tourist attraction thing. You can see it's got a lot more skyscrapers and things like that, and the recycling facility works a lot better than the other ones. As you can see, I still have 20 tons of recyclables, but they're all of them are already maxed out, right? So but as you can see, I mean, it's still not upgrading as fast as the other one is. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I haven't worked on this one as much as the other one, but you can see that it's got some kind of primitive things and whatnot. You know, no nuclear reactor site, quite a bit of ground pollution damage. This was the second city I've ever built, so, you know, and of course college doesn't have as much, and the happiness isn't as much, and of course the income cost is a lot lower, but then my trade depot is selling a lot of things that I don't sell over there. Like here I'm selling metal and as well as processors, so I'm making quite a bit of money. I'm not really worried about running out of money or going bankrupt, but you can see some places like this, you know, too many injuries and things like that. Yeah, so this video is just to kind of get, you know, talk to you guys about the game, and I think it's worth buying if you guys are into, you know, playing with friends, and you have, you know, you like building games and kind of like simulators, city simulators, which I particularly like. I always liked building games and real-time strategy and things like that. But yeah, I think it's definitely a good buy. So this has been Steven from Legit PC, and thank you for watching this video, and stay tuned for my getting started video, so you guys can get, you know, a better idea of how to play and if the controls and whatnot and the aspects of the game are to your liking. So yeah, be on the lookout for that, and if you like this video, please subscribe for other videos like it, and stay tuned to Legit PC, and thanks for watching.